Afternoon, this is Dave T1963. Every year I've been putting out a video kind of showing the gear that I use and stuff. But rather than do that today, what I plan on doing today is I just had 7 or 8 days of hunting. I'm taking a 2-day break now, and so I'm washing up all my gear. But anyway, I wanted to show you exactly what I'm carrying in my backpack because it's all dumped right here on the table. So let me get this turned to where we can kind of go over all this. And I'll try to keep it in view. The first thing I want to talk about the packs that I use. The first one I use when I'm using my .75, I use this Lone Wolf Custom Gear Wolf Pack, the original. To me, it's the perfect size for filming and stuff. For what I need, and it fits perfectly on their stand. It's integrated, it's all part of it. So this is what I use when I'm using the .75. And then when I'm using my saddle platform, you can see it hanging up right over there. I've got the tethered fast pack, which is the perfect system for carrying my sticks and my Predator platform. So those are the two main packs I use. Now, when I start getting in close to bedding and stuff like that, I will oftentimes swap over to a Kathy Kelly fleece pack. But I haven't got those out yet because it's been 95 to 99 degrees every evening. It's just too hot to be carrying fleece. So that's why I haven't used them yet. But typically, especially with my Lone Wolf Custom Gear .75, I just throw that fleece pack on that, loop the two backpack straps over the V bracket on the top, and then I bungee it in. I show those in other videos, so I'm not going to go through that. But let me just show you what I carry in my pack during a typical early season hunt. So you got the pack here. And now I'm going to go over everything in my saddle. Here's my actual Phantom saddle. I still prefer the old Phantom. I've got the lockdown. I've got all the saddles that Tethered puts out, but I just have a hard time going away from this Phantom because I like something I can put in my pack or hang over my stand or whatever. But Eastern Woods Outdoor, I think, is the company that made both of my little fleece packs here. I like them because they're quiet. I only carry two, and I empty them when I get on stand. What I carry in those pockets, on the left-hand side, I carry my carry-as-you-go aider for my one stick. I carry my Lineman, which is an Ultratech rope with a Ropeman 1. And then in that pocket, I also carry a little daisy chain I made. I loop this around the tree, and this is what I hang my pack from and my bow quiver on. In my other side of my pack, I carry my tree tether. I carry a bow hook. Now, if I'm hunting public land and I can't use this, then I've got one that straps into my daisy chain strap. I carry two pull ropes in my right-hand pocket. This one goes on my bow. Since I'm hunting with a longbow, it's pretty light. It's just paracord. This is a reflective paracord, so when I drop it on the ground in the evening, lower my bow, it's easy to find. And then here's the pack the rope that I use to pull my pack up. Now, I climb up the tree one time. I don't climb up, come back down, go back. I tie this to my pack, and then from my pack to my bow, I pull my pack up in the morning or in the evening, get everything set up, and pull my bow up. So that's what goes in my right-hand pocket. Then I always carry a leafy suit, because when it's hot, I might wear a regular t-shirt and just throw this on over it. So this just stays in my pack all season. I also have, and this is the First Light Cipher pattern, I also have their head mask. Most of the time I don't use that one. I just use this little, I forget the company that makes this. This is a stretchy band that you can pull over your head, and then I wear it above my nose, and between my hat and this, the only part that's visible is the bridge of my nose and my two eyes. So this is what I use probably 90% of the time. I carry a reversible, what I call these toboggans. I'm not sure what the proper hat name for these are, but it's reversible, so it's blaze orange, because a lot of times I'm hunting on public land, even if it's bow only, if there's a gun season open, you're required to wear at least, even if it's not open on the WMA, if it's open in the state, you still have to wear at least a hat with orange. So I wear this pretty much all year round, and then when there's a gun season going or when I'm walking in and out of my stand, I put the orange side out. I also have a rain fly that I keep in the bottom of my pack, and this is for those days when I get out there and an unexpected downpour comes. You know, I've got camera gear and all kinds of stuff in my pack, so I cover my pack with this. Then these are just the unique items. I always carry a 1 gallon Ziploc bag because a lot of times if I go in, I'll wear a shirt like this, and then I'll have a long sleeve camo shirt. Let me grab one. Such as this, that I put in my pack, so that when I get to my stand and I cool off, I'm up in my stand, I got everything set up, I cool off. A lot of times I'll even take this shirt off and I'll just sit there for about 30 minutes and cool down, and then I'll put this shirt in this bag, seal it up, and throw it in my pack. It just helps to keep your pack from getting so contaminated. I carry a small first aid kit. This has got Band-Aids, alcohol wraps, some Benadryl, some Motrin, you know, just basic first aid items. Very seldom do I ever have to use this. I've got a little pack in here that's got my camera keys, a couple SD cards, a card reader, and 3 extra AA batteries for my headlamp. Okay, this stays in the bottom of my pack. Wet wipes and toilet paper, you know what that's for. I always carry a saw and a pruner. The reason why I do is a lot of times I'm going to a tree that I haven't been to. Like last night, I went in to hunt, and the tree I actually planned on getting in was dead. So I had to go in and find a new tree about 80 yards away, and that's what I set up with. And I did have to cut a few small limbs with my saw and do some pruning as I climbed up with some poison ivy and stuff. So these always stay in my pack. A lot of times I'm going to a stand or a tree that I've hunted before, but I may not have been there for a year or 2 years. And down here, it's crazy how much stuff can grow up in a year or two. I typically carry a grunt call all the time, but this is the extinguisher, but very seldom do I use it. I'll just burp like that if I want a grunt call most of the time. I carry, these are the original Diamondback from Vortex in their 10 by 28s. This is what, you know, Vortex, their original glass, if you can find the old binoculars, went back before, I think it used to be made in Japan or somewhere else, and now I'm not sure where it's made. But the glass was better, I believe, about 5 years ago. Vortex still makes some good glass, but I just think they had higher quality glass before. So I always carry binoculars with me. I'm not one of those people that tell you don't, you know, bow hunting is a close range sport. I traditional bow hunt. Most of my shots are 15 yards or under, 15 to 20 yards. And I still carry binoculars because there are so many times right at first light or when the light's failing in the evening that I see movement. It's back in the brush and I'm trying to pick it apart, and those things help immensely. And it's amazing to me. By the time you can't use these anymore, shooting light's well over. I always carry a little pill bottle full of tacks that I use to mark in to my trees. A lot of times, like I said, it's been 2 years and the tree that I had marked might not be marked anymore, so I'll go ahead and tack it. Or if I hunt a new tree that I say, you know what, I'm going to come back to this later on during the rut, I'll tack that tree. I don't tack my entrance in. I use my GPS. I usually only put one tack on the tree, and I typically put that up pretty high so that people walking through with their flashlights in the mornings and stuff typically miss my trees, because you got to know where to stand and where to shine your light to highlight them. Right now, I'm still carrying my Lone Wolf Custom Gear pocket arm because I'm still filming. I carry a very small fluid head, and I do all my filming with this phone that I'm doing this right now on. I've got the nice big camcorder and all that, but I just seldom take it anymore. I carry a back band for those long all-day sits. I carry an extra tab in case I drop mine or lose it. I carry a headlamp, and this is what the 3 AA batteries would go into if it goes dim for some reason during a hunt. I carry an extra headlamp with 3 AA batteries in it. I carry a kill kit with a knife. I've got plastic gloves in here. I've got little trail markers. I've got a little cord to tie off the bung hole when I'm field dressing it. This is just my initial quick kit to field dress a deer out in the field so I can get back to my truck and get my big backpack and my quartering and game bags and stuff. I carry a trail camera mount. I always carry at least 8 AA batteries and 3 more extra headlight batteries in the bottom of my pack. And this is just in case I've got a camera in the area after the hunt. I'll go and pull the card and see what's on it. One thing I've been doing here recently is I've been taking this rangefinder and just verifying my shooting spots, because I'm pretty good out to about 20-25 yards. But when you get up sometimes at 20 foot high and you think something's 20 yards, you might be surprised that it's closer than what you think. So I just, if I don't take the measurements when I first set up the tree and annotate them, I'll carry this for about the first few sits until I get really good again at judging those distances. I carry 1 extra clip. Always carry this. I attach this to one of my pockets on my pack, and when it's hanging on the tree, I pull it out, and I'm constantly using this. And then this is a remote control. I'm going to take this out because this goes to my VC or my camcorder, and I haven't been using that. So that's it. I mean, I do carry 1 extra 1 gallon plastic bag. That's all I carry in my pack. I don't weigh it down with a bunch of unnecessary things. Some of this stuff I could probably even cut out. Definitely could cut out this. The 2 things that I'm often tempted to cut out that when I've taken them out of my pack I've always regretted is that saw and the pruners. Because you just don't know over 6 months or a year's time frame or 2 years what has happened to that area. And you might have to go like I did last night and find a new tree. So that's basically it. I keep a bottle of this Vanishing Hunter on my table right here. When I come in from a hunt, I put my pack in here. I spray down my tree stand backpacks or my fast pack straps and waist strap. I will spray down my hats and my face mask. And I'll spray down the inside of my boots, and I'll put a little baking soda in my boots, and that's all I do. But this stays right here on my table as well. One other thing I'll mention, when I'm hunting with my Predator pack, I keep this on the table. This is just a simple boat buckle strap with 2 of the original Mara steps on it. If I'm hunting a large tree or one that I want to be able to walk around to some degree, I will use this. You don't have to walk around a tree 360. With the platform, I can cover almost 200, at least 220, 30 degrees around any tree that I hunt in. But what I'll do here is on a large tree or a tree I want to be able to walk around, I will put these to where I can pivot to my left side, my strong side, so that I can get that back 20, 30, 40 degrees of shooting this directly in front of a tree. Because I do hunt with a longbow, and when you're canning it and stuff, you got to be cognizant of your tree and where it's positioned. You can either hit it on your weak side on the bottom, on your strong side, your top limb might cant. I cant my bow, so you might hit your tree. That's where those steps come in. For things on my weak side, I just simply rotate on my platform and shoot. And if I have to pivot or walk around, it's going to be to my strong side. So, folks, that's it. You don't have to carry all this gear. Oh, one other thing I forgot. I do carry 1 small Gatorade bottle full of water. I drink a ton of water right before I leave my truck and go out. If I'm going out typically I'm heading out at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's 95 degrees. So I will drink down a lot of water, and I'll carry that 1 bottle, and that lasts me all the way until the evening hunt's over. So that's it. That's what I carry. Not a whole lot. It don't take a whole lot of gear, folks. Anyway, hope everyone's having a great season. Dave T1963 out.